Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are officially putting together the guest room / office. If you haven't seen my past few moving vlogs, you may want to check those out first before you watch this one so you can kind of see the progress of us putting our apartment together. But we have a 2-bedroom and the second bedroom is meant to be for AJ's office as he's working from home, and a guest room for when family and friends come visit us. And since moving in November, it has kind of just been a pigsty of all of our crap. We had an entire apartment to furnish, so we kind of prioritized doing the living room and stuff like that first. The spaces that we use way more frequently and are kind of just like more important to us. And then we took a bit of a break because furniture is expensive and we were spending a lot of money. But now my sister's coming to visit actually 2 days from today. I'm really excited and we wanted to kind of use that as a reason to finally put the second bedroom together. A single desk in here that we moved here with that was in my bedroom at my parents' house growing up. So we brought that with us along with my bedroom furniture. So we had the desk in here so that AJ at least had somewhere to work. But other than that, there was no furniture, just a ton of boxes of all of our crap. So the room has been very cluttered and not very pretty since moving in. But now we're finally getting furniture in here and we finally have storage to organize all of our desk supplies and office supplies that have just been sitting in boxes since we moved in. and I'm very excited. So the first piece of furniture we got for the room was this really cute and very unique cloud couch. Not the cloud couch you're probably thinking of when you hear that term that all the influencers got like years ago when it first went viral. This is just, they called it a cloud couch online, but it's not that one. But in my opinion, I feel like it fits the description much better than that one because it really does look like a cloud. I'm sitting right next to it right now. It's a really cool solution for many of the problems we were having as we were looking for a like couch / pull-out bed for this room, because initially we were looking into futons just because they're so much cheaper than actual pull-out couches and we didn't want to spend a ton of money. But futons are so small, when they fold into an actual bed they're like the size of a twin or maybe slightly bigger, but like a lot smaller than a full, which is fine if you have like one guest coming like my sister. But we want our parents to be able to visit us and stay with us so that they don't have to pay for a plane ticket and a hotel room. We didn't really want to go with a futon that was tiny when it folded out into a bed, because like there's no way 2 people could comfortably sleep there, and then that would defeat the purpose of having a guest room because our parents would have to just get a hotel or sleep on like an air mattress, which is not comfortable. So that was the issue we're having of futons. And then with the pull-out couches, I feel like either we just like couldn't find many good ones or they were all just really expensive. And then in my extensive search, I started discovering this other version that's like a folding couch that folds out into a bed. So we'll have to demonstrate for you guys later once this room is more put together, but it basically folds. How do I explain this?
Suki, come here, let's explain it. Suki, come.
Maybe I should get up and show them. Explain how this couch works. Oh, Suki, what is that?
That's her backpack.
Oh my gosh. Suki, what are you wearing?
Fred Meyer.
Well, anyway, we don't have to actually demonstrate right now because there's crap all over it, but
So
explain.
Couch, it's got a nice, it looks like a couch, but this part folds over and it perfectly makes a rectangle. If you'll notice, this cutaway is the same contour as this cutaway. So it just fits flushly, and then it's like a full-size bed when you lay it out like a rectangle.
And this is why I bring him to do the explaining. So that's the couch bed we got. Super convenient, and it wasn't too expensive, and it folds out into a full-size bed, which is great. Then after the couch, a few days later, we got these 2 desks. I wanted to get 2 desks so that we could both work in here. I'm currently unemployed, but I've been grinding on my YouTube and just been like editing on the couch or like on the floor or at the island in the kitchen on the bar stools. So I did want my own little workspace in this office, and also just like for the future, when I get a job, if there's any sort of remote work involved, I could do it in the office as well. So I was initially just looking into like double desks and maybe doing that with a bookcase of some sort, some bookshelf storage unit thing for all of our supplies. But then I found these desks that have the bookshelf like built into the desk. And I think that'll be really nice because we got 2 of them. So we each have quite a bit of storage space for all of our desk supplies and office supplies. So I think it's going to work out really nicely because then we eliminate the need for a bookshelf by just getting desks that have bookshelves built in. So I'm very excited. We're finally going to get to organize all of our stuff into these shelves. Finally, I'll show you guys where it's all been sitting since we moved in. It is not pretty. You are looking at the guest room / office closet. A lot of these boxes are desk supplies, or just like some of it might be some like decor that we had around our desks and stuff, but mostly desk stuff. There's some boxes over there that might also have stuff. Not sure what's in those ones over there. Might also have some stuff. So we basically just piled all the boxes of our office supplies and desk supplies and stuff in here, including like my art supplies and crafty things that I have. We piled it all in here and have not touched it since because there was just no reason to unpack it if there was nowhere to put it. But now that we finally have these desks, I'm very excited to finally get to organize all of it into these shelves. Oh, also the setup of the room was quite the task. This is what we landed on. As you can see, these rooms are not super big, so it was challenging to fit as much furniture in here as we wanted to, but I think we've got a good system working here. So I've got the fold out couch bed thing against this wall. And then we made an L shape with our desks, which I feel like works really nicely. This is normally facing this way, tucked in there. So this will be AJ's setup, and then this will be my setup. And I feel like it just makes good use of the space without both desks just being shoved up against the wall. Because the one thing I was saying that we have to avoid is having like an empty room in the middle with furniture just shoved against all the walls, because that's not good. So I feel like this is a good solution. I also got this really cute desk chair because I didn't have one for my new desk, and it literally matches the couch bed thing so perfectly with like this Sherpa-y fabric or whatever it's called. So very happy about that. We also started working on hanging some stuff in the office yesterday after we built the desks and everything. We haven't really made much progress after hanging those two things because it took a while, and then AJ wanted to give up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, also ignore that they're not perfectly straight. It's because he got them up and then he was like, we'll straighten them later, because he was annoyed. So we haven't actually fixed that yet. But anyway, I've had these pegboards since my dorm in college, so they have seen quite a few phases of my life, and now they're here. I think it'll be nice to organize more of our desk supplies, maybe put some photos and cute decor up there too. Not sure what's going on this wall yet. I have one more of these, so I thought about just putting it there and kind of making it like a corner of pegboards, but I haven't decided yet. Then we also have our diplomas. So we've got 3 of them because we each have a bachelor's, and then AJ also has a master's because, you know, he's super smart. So we need to figure out where to hang those. Before we had any furniture in here, I was actually thinking of hanging them like 3-way this way, but obviously then we put the desks in this area, so it made more sense to do the pegboards there. So that kind of only leaves this wall, or like way up there maybe, because I feel like we have to save this wall for more desk stuff, because we also have, like I said, a 3rd pegboard, maybe like a whiteboard, I don't know. So I feel like it doesn't really make sense to put them there, but I don't know where I want them. I feel like we could just put them here, but it's also kind of weird to put them above the guest room bed. I don't know, is it? Maybe I'm just being nitpicky. But we've also considered putting them up here above the closet, which could be cool, but then they're kind of more out of the way, so you kind of don't see them unless you know to look up. I don't know, that's something we have to figure out too. And then in terms of organization, if you didn't see the video where I organized our pantry, all of our food into that storage unit from IKEA, you should go watch that. I got a bunch of organization stuff from Amazon for that video. Well, not for the video, for that project. And I have quite a bit of stuff left over, so I think we're gonna try to use these to organize a lot of the shelves, because we don't have any drawers, it's all shelves. So bins and stuff like this would be very helpful to have. So I have 2 of these acrylic drawers. I mean, technically one of them we were using, but there was like one thing left in it after we like used the supply that it was storing in our pantry. So if we find a better use for it in here, then we'll use it in here. But I have 2 of these now. I have a bunch of little bins like this, very small. It came in a big set, but I used all the bigger ones already. So got stuff like this. I also have quite a few of these acrylic bins. They're a good size, and they have slots in them where you can insert these little dividers, and you can divide it up to 3 times, creating like 4 different compartments within here. But what's nice is it's super customizable, so you could use the entire bin without any dividers, so you can only put 2, whatever you want. So I have several of these left, which is nice. And then the last thing I have is this, which we just got today at the grocery store. They had it, and it seemed like it could be helpful. It's this large acrylic bin. It came with a 2-pack, so AJ and I can each use one if he wants one. And it just has these 3 smaller square compartments and then one very long one. Again, I don't know exactly what I'm using each of these things for, but it's just nice to have options when you have so much storage space to make sure that you're like using it efficiently. Very excited about these. So I think today's task is finally finishing unpacking those boxes of all our desk supplies, organizing it into our desks, and then finishing hanging all the stuff that's been sitting on the ground waiting for us to hang it. All right, bub, you ready to start organizing and hanging things?
Yes, I want to hang everything. I want to get all this crap off the floor. I want to empty out that closet.
Woo!
Right now, here's my little project. We're going to hang up all these license plates, which you've seen in the background of Rachel's old videos in our old apartment. But this time, we're going to hang them in a 9x2 grid. I don't want to command strip 18 different license plates onto the wall and have to worry about lining them up. So we had this ingenious idea to link them together.
Kind of thanks to my dad. It was kind of his idea.
Yeah, all credit. We're gonna link them together so we only have to hang up the top one, secure it to the wall, and the rest will just hang down perfectly aligned and centered underneath.
Perfect.
Yep.
Did you already say what we're clipping them together with? I forgot.
Oh no, we're clipping them together with paper clips.
We're so artsy and creative.
Boho chic is what they call it.
Oh, okay. Oh, hey there. Check out the new setup.
Look at that. Oh, and what's that in the corner?
The spooky corner.
What? Wait, why can't I get it to go down?
Is that the spooky corner? It was made perfectly for you. It's Suki sized.
Wow, look at that.
She loves it.
So this little corner with nothing in it happens to be where Suki's gonna be.
Your spot. Don't you love it? Hi. Hi, Smokey. All right, it is T-minus 15-ish hours until Robin gets here. Robin is my sister, if you didn't know. And the room is almost complete. We have hung everything on the walls that we want to hang as of now. We've organized all our crap. We mostly just have to like clean a few little things up. Like most of the stuff is good, but there's some stragglers sitting on the couch right now that we need to put away. But before we do that, I wanted to show my iconic confetti because I'm gonna put it in this jar. Finally, it's been in this bag for a year now.
Yeah, over a year.
Because I never had a jar to put in, and then I rediscovered this one in the move. So I was like,
What's
oh,
the confetti
perfect.
from?
The confetti is from Times Square on New Year's Eve. You know, no big deal. I was in the street, basically a celebrity. Basically, we have family friend connections, so we got invited to like this very exclusive, but also not very exclusive because there were hundreds of people there, New Year's Eve party at the Hard Rock in Times Square. They reserved a part of the street for us to go out and watch the ball drop right at midnight, and then, you know, they release all that confetti. This was last year. I think I said that, but just to clarify, this was not this New Year's. This was for entering 2024.
New Year's Eve 2023. Yeah.
Yes. And so we got a spot in the street to watch the ball drop. It was really cool and magical. What an experience. And I collected a bunch of the confetti like a little kid. I just shoved it in my pockets, and it's been in this bag ever since because I haven't had a jar for it, but here we are. So I'm gonna put the confetti in the jar. What a moment.
Wow.
This is authentic New York confetti. Oh, also, the rumors are true. I did dance with Flo Rida that night. No big deal. It's, you know, I'm humble, but it did happen.
She confirmed the rumor. Insane.
I'm curious if any of these have writing on them, because you know how they like write?
Yeah, I saw some of them do.
I remember in the moment I saw some, but I'm wondering if I like picked any up. Although I have so much here, I don't know if I want to like go through every single piece. But
here, I'll pick one out that has them.
Okay. I remember seeing one in like the night of when it was all falling. We picked one up that was like something about someone's surgery.
Oh yeah, someone's liver transplant or something.
I don't think it was that crazy, but yeah. I hope their surgery went well.
Surgery.
Yeah, knee surgery. That sounds familiar.
I think it was a knee replacement.
Knee replacement? Yeah, maybe. I hope their surgery went well because that was supposed to be 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and here's my wristband from that night. So cool. But also do not recommend walking the streets of Times Square on New Year's Eve. That was kind of a nightmare. Actually, you're not really walking. You're kind of just standing there like sardines, shuffling like centimeters at a time. Man, I'm not seeing any with notes on it. I have so much to go through. Wait! I found one. Oh my gosh, I can barely read it though. No, I can't read it. Wait, is this in another language? Babe, come read this.
Okay. Why? Because my handwriting's bad, so you think I'll be able to read it?
No, it's not that I think it's in another language. It's not that the handwriting's bad, it's just like the ink is kind of coming off. It looks like it's in another language to me, but it's also hard to tell because the ink's all like messed up.
Giovanni.
Okay, I thought I saw Giovanni on there. Is it just a bunch of people's names?
Maybe.
But then it's signed by someone. Sonia, maybe? This is the one I found. Message one of who knows how many, probably no more. I'm thinking this is my only one and I can't even read it. But shout out to Giovanni and Sonia. I think those are the names I can make out. You're going in my jar. Oh, look at how cute. I think I'll just throw the rest away. Look at that. I positioned the wristband so you can see it. Hello, why won't it focus? There you go. So you can see it. Hard Rock Cafe. It's got the date. Says Times Square 2024. So cute. I think the rest is gonna have to just go in the trash because this is way more than a jar full, but I only came across that one message. Did not see any others. Oh well. All right, guys, it's 9:47, so Robin's flight lands tomorrow around like 12:30, I think, and I'm so excited. We finally got the room together, and I think it looks pretty great. Before I show you guys, just a little disclaimer, I'm no professional. I like decorating as a hobby, but outside of the experience I have decorating my room as a child, I don't really have much experience. Also, this was done on a huge budget. Obviously, we splurged and bought desks and a couch bed brand new, but we still looked for like the cheapest options we could find. But everything else you see we had in our previous apartments, decor wise, and all the desk supplies. So those are the only 3 things we bought for this room. And I feel like given the situation, we did a pretty good job. I wasn't intending for this to be like a Mr. Kate or like fixer upper type video, so I didn't really get any like before footage for like a big reveal. So I'll try to find something from like moving day so you can see how atrocious this room was for so long. We were living with it like that for like 2 months. So it feels so good to finally have it put together, and now I finally have my own desk to work at. So without further ado, let's show you guys the room, a brief overview, and then I'll give you guys some more detailed shots. All right, so in a previous clip, I already showed you guys the couch fold out bed in a slightly chaotic scenario. Now you can see better what it looks like. There's not crap piled everywhere. So it's this really cute curvy shape. It's definitely a bit trendy, I feel like shape-wise, but I think it's really cute. The fabric is this really soft, like Sherpa-y fabric. So I don't know, I think it's cute and it matches my desk chair. Speaking of desk, here she is. I feel like you guys didn't really get a good visual of the setup we ended up landing on because there were so many boxes piled there yesterday, but we got this L shape going on. I think I mentioned this yesterday, but I didn't want to land on a layout where all the furniture was just pushed up against the walls. We easily could have put my desk facing the other way against that wall and kept AJ's against that wall, and then couch here, and it would have all fit great, and we would have had even more space in the middle of the room, but we didn't need the space in the middle of the room. The couch still folds out into a full-size bed without having to move any of our other furniture, and this layout I feel like just takes up a bit more of the room. It's a little bit more unique, and it doesn't scream like we didn't know what to do with our furniture, so we just shoved it all against the walls. Before I show you the specifics of how I organized my desk, I'll show you guys the wall of goodies. Like I said, we had all of this from our previous apartment, so we didn't have to buy anything new. I don't really like this whiteboard anymore, but it's functional and it is low priority to replace, so it's still there. We ended up hanging this spare shelf we had that we didn't know where to put up on the wall so that I could put all my cameras on display there. If you were paying close attention in the time lapses, I originally displayed all my cameras here, but I liked the idea of putting them on a shelf better, just for like stability reasons. Like, we're not going to bump into that the way that you might bump into a desk, first of all. And second of all, I just think it looks nicer. I'm really excited to have this set up because I want to kind of collect older cameras. This one I got at a like thrift store or something forever ago, and it's just really cool looking even though it doesn't work anymore. This camcorder and this digital camera were the ones my parents used growing up, but they don't use them anymore and they don't care for that type of nostalgia the way that us Gen Zers do. So they let me have them. Then this was my first ever camera I got in like 6th grade, I think it was. I begged my parents for a Canon camera. I knew nothing about camera brands back then. I just knew that Canon was a big one. So I begged them for a Canon camera. And that was when I was like first getting into photography and stuff. So that's really special, even though it's like not a good camera anymore because it's so old. And then this is my really nice Lumix that I got last year, I think. So yes, I'm very happy that I have somewhere to display those now because it's just easier access, and then like they're so expensive, why shove them in a bag in the closet, you know? Then this road map I hand painted myself years and years ago, so if the projection is a little off, don't come for me because I literally did it by hand without any stencils. Then we've got my lovely IKEA pegboards. I have 3 of them in total, but I only found a use for 2 of them, so the other one's just shoved in the closet right now. As you can see, I haven't fully decorated them. I feel like I don't have enough stuff to put on them. I feel like I've seen these go crazy lately and everyone has them, and they have so many attachments and supplies that I didn't even know existed when I got these years ago. So I don't know if they're new and they weren't a thing when I first got these or what, but I feel like I could use some more gadgets to go on here to make them more useful. So for now, I like half decorated them, but it's my sister. She doesn't care if they're not fully done. And then that takes us to my desk. Okay, I'm definitely breaking every single basic beginner's videography rule by having the light behind me, but I want to show you guys guys this, so hopefully you can see it okay. Since these shelves are so visible, they had to be visually attractive and appealing, but they also needed to be somewhat practical because they're the most accessible for me while I'm sitting here working. So I went with like mostly decor and this little mushroom lamp, which is super, oh, hold on, off. Super cute. I like to put on the color changing setting. Anyway, mostly decor up here, but then this pencil holder, I put all like my favorite go-to markers and highlighters in. I'm definitely a big stationery girly, but I didn't realize how much I had until I was unpacking all my supplies because I haven't had access to them in so long. So I kind of forgot how much I have. I'm definitely nowhere near like the really big stationery people. Like I don't have that much. This is the majority of my collection, but I do have some stragglers that just got shoved in bins because there wasn't room for them. Anyway, these are my brush pens for when I do lettering. Then I have these Crayola, I forgot, Crayola super tip markers. Love those. They're also nice for lettering or like just bullet journaling in general. And then my, what brand is this again? Zebra. Is that the brand? I don't know. My mild liner highlighters. I feel like these are a big thing among the stationery community. And as you can hopefully tell, I kind of organize them by color and it looks so nice. I've seen people do stuff like this so much and I've always wanted to. I've always wanted to get like a marker holder dedicated to these, but obviously I never got one and I was just working with what I had. And I had this pencil holder that actually sits, it's supposed to sit upright like these face up and it swivels, but I put it like this because I feel like that's how I've seen all the marker holders and it's just like easier to grab them from and easier to display them. And it looks kind of like those ones I see online and I didn't have to buy anything new. Then I have this very cute desk mat. I had this at work when I had a job back in Florida. If you are from that time, you know what I'm talking about. AJ was using it on his desk, but I stole it back now that I have my own. Also, I don't know if you can see this, but he like stained it. I don't know what he did, but there's a stain on it and that is unacceptable. All right, and then final desktop item is really random, but it's this cute little dish. I ended up like thinking this is so cute, even though I just threw it together with a bunch of stuff that I didn't know what to do with. Basically, it's this little dish that I think I got from like Goodwill and then painted with like the baking soda paint trick a couple years ago, and that was like a huge thing. And then it's just these binder clips that I didn't have a use for right now, and a bunch of extra Polaroids that I didn't know what to do with. During this unpacking process, I realized how many Polaroids we have just laying around. I didn't realize we had so many, so part of me wants to get like corkboard or something to pin them onto eventually, but obviously we don't have that right now. So I just like threw this stack of Polaroids into this little dish with the binder clips, and I feel like it's like a really cute little display. I put my favorite one from our wedding on top, and then it kind of like invites people to look through the rest if they're intrigued. So anyway, random but cute addition. And then moving into the bottom shelves. These shelves are kind of similar to the ones up top where they're pretty visible, so I wanted them to look decent visually, but also they needed to be practical. So I ended up putting my hard copy set of all the Hunger Games books down here because books are always a nice thing to display and you know, you gotta put them somewhere. And then this bin has more of my art supplies, so like these are even more pen marker things that I just didn't have space for up top. And then these are my fancy Prismacolor colored pencils. I finally decided to get rid of the tin because it's just big and takes up space, so I just displayed them like that. I tried to kind of color coordinate these as well, but it's a bit harder because I only had 2 jars to put them in, so it's decent. And then I just have like some spare drawing pads and sketchbooks and stuff back here and some charcoal pencils. Then down here I'm displaying another book. This is the first Harry Potter book, but like the picture book version. My siblings got me this a few years ago for Christmas and I love it. It's so cute. It's basically just the entire first book, but it's like illustrated like a picture book. Like look at how cute that artwork is. So cute. I would love to collect all of them one day, but they're pretty expensive, so we'll see about that. Then I have this bin of kind of just a bunch of random stuff. It started out as like a scrapbooking, journaling supplies, stickers and stuff, but then it kind of just became a catch-all for things I didn't know where to put because I feel like every desk has a junk drawer, but obviously with these desks we don't have any drawers, so this kind of just became my junk drawer, or I guess my junk basket, but it is what it is. I'm okay with it right now. And then I have this little turtle that used to be my grandma's because I didn't know where else to put it. And then my last 2 shelves are pretty well organized. This bottom shelf is all my Cricut stuff for the most part, which is really nice to have all in one place. I should clarify Cricut slash Etsy stuff because some of this isn't for the Cricut, but it is for the stuff I sell on Etsy using my Cricut. Which if you didn't know, yes, I have an Etsy shop, but it has been on vacation since a long time ago because of all the changes happening in our lives. I just couldn't keep up with it, and my Cricut was packed away for like months. We just unpacked it to put this room together. So hopefully I'll be reactivating it soon. But yeah, I just like had no access to any of my stuff and nowhere to work. So it's been on vacation for quite some time. So this basket just holds all my Cricut vinyls. I have a couple of random like coloring books back there that I just shoved in there. Then this bin has some Cricut making Etsy shop supplies. And then I have this drawer that has the bulk of them. So this has the bulk of my supplies to make like wine glass charms and stuff. So yes, very excited about that finally all being organized and having it all in one place. And then this shelf is kind of a mix of a lot of random things. This drawer kind of just has a bunch of random art supplies that I don't use all the time. More pens for my bullet journaling and stuff. More brush pens, but this is just like the grayscale ones, so I don't really use them that often. These random watercolor colored pencils, which I didn't even realize I owned. Some other marker pens. I've got some paint brushes and watercolor down there. So just like random art supplies that I don't use that frequently. And then this bin up top is more like tech stuff. So I have like my SD cards and my hard drive and my SD card reader and stuff, and then like some headphones. And then this organizer, which I believe I showed you guys that we got from Fred Meyer, is kind of just got random stuff in it. A bunch of spare pens and stuff that didn't really come in a set, so there's not really anywhere to put them all together. My blue light glasses that I haven't used in forever. Random washi tapes, glues and tapes, and a few more tech things, cords and stuff. So yeah, that's my whole desk. And then if you're curious what AJ's looks like, he's clearly a lot more minimal than me and doesn't really have a lot of desk or art supplies. Oh yeah, and then the windowsill just has a few random decor pieces. These are some rocks that AJ brought back from vacations in high school to me. And this, my dear friend Sophia made me for my graduation. And even though at some point I'm gonna have to erase it to actually use it, I can't bring myself to erase it because it's so cute. That's the big reveal of the room. I feel like it turned out so cute, so I'm very excited for my sister to come see it tomorrow. It is so nice to finally have a space put together where we can both work and it's peaceful and organized and not cluttered and horrible. The same cannot be said about the closet because all the stuff we didn't get around to or just like stuff we don't really know what to do with yet is shoved in there. But hey, the closet has doors so no one has to know about it. Oh my gosh. I was looking for you. Yeah. Any final words to say about our office / guest room makeover and your desk setup?
No, it's great.
Like I've seen so many videos of it, and like I'm finally seeing it in person. Cute.
We left the Christmas stuff up just for you. Suki with her toy. Do you want to see your room? Oh my gosh, okay. You have to close your eyes.
Okay.
Don't look. Hold on.
I'm not looking.
I have to turn the light on. Hold
Can I
on.
walk in a little bit?
Yeah. Okay, open.
No way! Oh, it's so cute.
You like it?
Yes.
No, Suki. No.
she's not allowed.
No, she's not allowed on this couch, but she really wants to go on it.
Isn't this so cool? Check this out.
Gosh,
We hid your bed. So you get out.
Yeah, this bed is so cool. Watch.
Oh my god.
Isn't that so cool?
That's fire.
I know.
Fire.
That is fire, and it's so cute.
I know.
Wow, this is a very aesthetic room.
Thank you. We put it all together in the past few days.
Yes.